sometimes I like get in this mode to where I don't know if I don't feel content. I feel like I just get too comfortable. And the problem with me is I don't like feeling too comfortable. So every time I get that feeling, I really be like, dang, I need to switch something up, or I gotta do something else. Or I know for some people, it'd be like, let me buy something so it can put me in a position where I gotta actually work harder to sustain what I bought, type of thing. And sometimes I can be that type of person, but the mature side of me was like, nah, that's not. It works, um, especially when you're somebody that don't fold under pressure and different things like that. But at the same time, it's like I don't feel like that's something that I should constantly have to do. And I think it all boiled down to a lack of contentment, honestly. And I say that because the fact that I'm in a whole nother situation, or my circumstances are different from a year ago to now, in everything that I pray for, it's like I still feel this sense of feeling like too comfortable, or in a way feeling unsatisfied. And I don't know if it comes from the environment that I grew up in, or I don't know if it comes from just the fact of being ambitious, and maybe it's a mix of both. But my thing is it unhealthy to feel too comfortable? I feel like at some point I should be to a place to where I'm comfortable and comfortable with how I'm living. And I can say I could do better on my part with some things, on how I do things and how I maneuver and move around and different things like that. But it's like, when I look at it as the situation that I'm in now, the circumstances I'm in now, is exactly what I said. It's stuff that I prayed for. So why am I feeling uncomfortable? Why am I feeling too comfortable in it? Why am I feeling like it's bad to be uncomfortable, feeling comfortable? You feel me? If that makes sense. So I ask myself a lot of times, I'm like, why do I feel too comfortable? Is it bad that I feel too comfortable? And I think it plays a part in how I do my daily actions, my daily tasks. I feel like if I'm not hitting certain things I need to be getting done, then I could be too comfortable because it's causing me to let stuff that I need to get done go on the wayside instead of actually continuing to better myself and improve as an individual and as a person. But also, I'm in the middle of balancing being comfortable and being okay with being comfortable where I'm at, but also not allowing myself to sit and dwell in certain things that I do or accomplish, or not allowing myself to just be stagnant and not continue to grow. I had got on this one dude live on Instagram. I think his name was DJ Juice or D Juice or something like that on Instagram. And I ain't even gonna cap, bro was spitting on his live. He was saying a lot of helpful stuff, whether pertaining to relationships, life, anything like that, money, finances, different things. And I feel like I remember I left a question a while back on his live, and I asked him, "How do you continue to grow?" And his answer was, "Always be water." So when he said that, I'm like, one thing about me is like when I get around people that like talk on deeper levels and actually try to like evaluate themselves in situations and other people that they around, I like to really process what they say. So when he said always be water, I'm like, I'm really thinking like thinking on the situation, I'm thinking on what he said. And basically, to sum it up, he meant don't ever become ice, because if you become ice, you start to slide, you start to fall, you start to worry about certain things. But when you're water, you just go with the flow. You maneuver with how life goes. You maneuver with what life throw at you. You learn as you go, type of thing. And I feel like that was a great perspective to put that in. And shout out to bro for saying something like that, because it helped me kind of get out of that headspace of feeling like being stagnant in different things. And the whole time, to get out of that mindset, I feel like what I sometimes like to do is to just find stuff that I actually like to do. Sometimes I can get caught up in, even though I like cutting hair, I love cutting hair. That's my full-time job. It's like I feel like when I try to force it, um, because of money, because of wanting extra money, wanting to make more money, which is not, I don't feel like there's nothing wrong for that. But it's like trying to force it becomes to a point to where I start to treat it like a job, even though it is a job because it's a business. It's my business. I am the business, but it's like I start forcing it sometimes instead of thinking from perspective of just doing it because I love to do it. And that's just where I'm at right now. We learning how to balance between enjoying where I'm at and continuing to grow, but also not feeling like it's a bad thing to feel comfortable. I feel like it's a good thing to feel comfortable. When you're doing positive things, when you're in a positive place, when your circumstances are positive. I don't have circumstances that aren't positive. Could I save a little bit more money? Could I do a little bit more better with certain decisions and choices that I make? Yes, but when it comes to my environment, when it comes to where I stay at, when it comes to the people that I got around me, I gotta learn to like just enjoy that. I gotta learn to really like embrace everything that I come across and everybody that I come across instead of constantly like looking towards the future. I feel like the main way to do that is just to slow down, like really kind of probably just detach myself from instant gratification. Um, Set more goals for long term and make sure like my daily tasks are working towards those goals and focus on just doing the tactics every day, basically, and staying true to it. You feel me? That's one thing I will say about myself. I'm an executor. I don't like telling myself I'm gonna do something and then not doing it. I don't like telling other people I'm gonna do something and not doing it. So it's kind of rare for me to even for that to even line up with me or align or attach itself to me. I'm a big executor. I like executing. So I like doing what I say I'm gonna do type of thing. So I think there's one area I really want to focus on is just being comfortable. Finding that it's okay with being comfortable, but also continuing to allow myself to grow and not become stagnant and complacent. You feel me? Like I said, there's gonna be habits that I need to continue to break, or habits that I may need to add. You feel me? To certain things and routines that I do daily that can help me continue to grow. And it just could be little tweaks, waking up earlier, it could be being more structured. I feel like that's my word of the year if I had one, it's just being structured. Whether it's personal life, business life, all of that is like having stuff in order to where it make things even more easier for me. And being organized for sure. So even with doing that, I gotta, you feel me, take my time with it, allow myself to grow and walk into those situations and circumstances to where I even start to build those routines or my mindset even start to change. But I don't like to just sit and feel how I feel sometimes. And sometimes like you don't even know why you feel how you feel. And I feel like that's okay to be like that. But don't like crash out. Don't instantly go to something to remove that feeling. Like sit with it. I feel like it's okay to do that for a while. Sit with it. See why you feel like that. Kind of think about it. Talk to yourself about it, and see if it's something that you did that may make you feel that way, or see if it's just a feeling. Like you can't control all the feelings that you get. You can't control all the thoughts that you get, but you can control like what you dwell on and what you allow to sit with you. So if it's something that you like really want to understand, sit with it and like just look at certain perspectives. And me personally, like I said, I like to talk to people that can talk on a level to where you just sit down and like the conversation feels so genuine and it feels so to a point to where like y'all will be talking for hours and they don't feel like it. And then when y'all ready to leave, it's like that little party is like, dang, I want to leave. Them conversations that I live for, like that's the type of stuff that I like. You feel me? So I feel like it's cool to be in them type of situations. And when you get people like that, like ask them when you in certain feelings or when you have certain feelings. Because a lot of times they be feeling the same way conversation wise. And sometimes just getting other perspectives can open your mindset to another realm that you really didn't even really go down for real and tell you stuff about yourself. I do feel like it's cool to be comfortable. I'm learning that now. I feel like it's cool to be okay with where you're at in life if your circumstances aren't negative. Like, if it's some stuff that's like life threatening or trauma, like bad stuff like that that you're going through constantly because of your circumstances, don't sit in it. Like, you got the ability to change that and walk up out of them circumstances. You don't gotta accept it. You can make decisions and choices that allow you to get out of those circumstances and do better and be better as a person. You feel me? But when you get in them circumstances that you pray to get out of or that you pray to get in, it's nothing wrong with wanting more, but don't get caught up into it to where it take a negative toll on you because you constantly want more. And it reminds me of this scripture, I think it was in Ecclesiastes. So go out and eat your food now and enjoy it. Drink your wine and be happy. It is alright with God if you do these things. Wear nice clothes and make yourself look good. Enjoy life with the wife you love. Enjoy every day of your short life. God has given you this short life on earth, and it is all you have, so enjoy the work you have to do in this life. So like my circumstances, they valid. God did his thing. God did his big one. You feel me? And I appreciate him for that for sure. So what I gotta like not get caught up in is constantly wanting more or to do more or constantly like, you feel me, always feeling like it's wrong for me to feel comfortable. And I do feel like that can stem from my environment growing up. Having an environment of not really having things, having to hustle culture. So it's like a lot of times, even if I get an off day, it don't feel right. Not just chilling, not just going out and spending a little money here and there on stuff that I like, that I don't always do for myself. Going out to eat, just treating myself. Like sometimes taking all that too serious and not treating yourself and taking care of yourself can be unhealthy. I feel like it's cool to be comfortable. I feel like it's cool to do as you please, and clearly through the Bible, y'all see God do too, and that's something that I'm having a hard time grasping. I've had a hard time grasping, and I feel like I deal with constantly. I feel like it's bad to say it like this, but and when I say struggling, I'm not saying like really financially, but like struggling to do whatever I'm doing. If I'm not having a hard time with it, I feel like I'm not struggling and I feel too comfortable in it. I feel like I'm not growing. Like I said, having a hard time balancing being okay, being comfortable with my circumstances and where I'm living at, and not continuously wanting to grasp more or attain more, whether it's materialistic, whether it's financially, different things like that. Like really just embracing where I'm at in the midst of doing that. Like continue to feel like I'm growing as a person. I think that's my biggest thing. Is like I really like care about self improvement. Not only for me but people around me. Like that's something I push. If you watch my channel, it's something I pretty much model. If you watch my life and see how I do things, that's why I'm so structured. That's why I'm so based off routine in a way. I don't think that's a bad thing either. I feel like it's most definitely a healthy thing. But it's like just balancing all of that and being comfortable with being okay with being comfortable. Like it sounds like cliche, but it's like just gotta embrace where you at for real and allow your circumstances to continue to build you with the stuff that life throws at you and you go through and stuff, but don't take it as a negative type of thing. Like the fact that you want to attain more and you strive to be an overachiever, don't let that knock you because you've actually accomplished the things that you've accomplished. I think just settling in and like sitting with stuff that you've done, and embracing it, and still striving to attain the other things that you really set out that you want and want to achieve, whether it's financially, whether it's relationship wise, whether it's materialistic, like just being okay with where you at. Because at the end of the day, you can't take none of it with you. You can't take nobody with you. So most of all, you gotta embrace your relationship with God, lock in with Him, and continue to grow your relationship with Him. That's the biggest thing. And I feel like the more that you do that, the more everything else falls in place. The more that you lock in with God and then lock in with you and be real with yourself and be like, dang, what do I need to work on? Or assess your decisions and habits that you make. The habits that's from people that's the closest to you. And me personally, it's a lot of people that I was like, nah, I don't want to be like that. Or I don't want them circumstances. So I had to recognize what they was doing and not do them type of things. And there's some stuff that's a little bit harder than others not to do. I'm gonna keep it a buck with that. But it's like, at the end of the day, if I don't want that outcome, I gotta assess myself and deal with my decisions and habits. And either I'm gonna change it or continue to go down that path. But we all got the ability to change it, you feel me? And you can't just, like I said, if you're in certain circumstances, you have the ability to get out of them circumstances. Figure out how you want to do it. Lock in with God. God will show you and execute. Because your mindset got to change. Your mindset got to want more. Your mindset got to want to leave the stuff behind. And I mean, at the end of the day, you got to deal with the outcome of whether you execute it or not.